Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. So I'm doing this reading video a little bit later at night, and to be completely honest, I am really not sure where the messages are going to take us today. So I'm really just going to open a channel of energy here and see what wants to come through. So as always, I am sending you all huge amounts of love and light energy. And you know, there is a lot that's kind of coming up, and we'll see what wants to come through this reading. But I do feel that I'm picking up on a specific collective that's been feeling a little bit emotionally or spiritually exhausted lately. Now, I don't know what collective I'm speaking to here, but I feel almost as though there's been this sense of your system feeling a little bit overwhelmed, even if you feel like on the surface you've not really been doing that much. So I'm getting that for some of you who are experiencing this. I'm getting that for some of you, part of the reason you may have been feeling this way is because you might have had certain people or groups who were thinking of you or sending you quite a bit of energy. And I am getting that if that is the case for you, because of this and because of the effect that it's been having on you subconsciously, you may have made the decision recently to actually pull back your energy or set some kind of boundaries with certain people, groups, maybe even certain platforms, like when it comes to what you're sharing of yourself online. That won't be for everyone. But I am just getting this sense of you seemingly attracting a lot of intrigue and a lot of attention, but this also requiring stronger boundaries on your end to protect your energy. I'm hearing to protect the clarity of your energy, like your own internal sense of clarity. Because, and when I was internally kind of asking, like, what is this clarity or how are we defining clarity for this reading? The guides came through to say that clarity in this instance that we're using it here refers to your clear connection to your own higher guidance, to your own intuition and higher self. So when we talk about you maintaining that sense of clarity, we're talking about you maintaining that sense of connectedness to your own higher knowing. And I'm getting for some reason that at times, a lot of these energies you've been picking up on subconsciously from people or platforms, or I'm hearing for some of you, this could even be like information that you are absorbing or picking up on through certain social media platforms or through the media or news outlets or something of that nature. I just feel as though for some of you, this may be like an information overload that has caused you to feel a little bit frazzled. And I'm hearing in that state of heightened anxiety, or like when your system is overwhelmed by the information that it's receiving, it's harder for you to sort through that information and to really determine what is true for yourself, to have that sense of clarity when it comes to hearing your inner knowing. So that's just a little bit of a starting message for someone. Now, there is something else coming up here right away. And I feel that I'm speaking to a specific person or a small group of people. So, of course, as I say with all of my messages, only take what does resonate, but that's especially true for the messages coming through here. So what I'm getting is that for someone listening, you've actually felt, I'm hearing a sense of slight rejection or subtle rejection recently from maybe a person, a group, a job, an opportunity, an environment. I'm hearing outcast, like there's some sense of being an outcast or being subtly rejected, or I'm hearing misinterpreted by a particular person or group, or maybe for some of you, I'm hearing this may have been some kind of opportunity that you wanted to apply to or to involve yourself with in some way. I'm hearing silence was the rejection. So for some of you, it may have not been an outright, overt rejection so much as a feeling of being rejected because of someone's silence or because of not getting a response or getting the response that maybe you were anticipating or expecting. And I'm hearing that there's actually something really important to know. Again, I feel like I'm speaking to a very small group here, so let me know if this is for you. But if you've experienced some kind of slight rejection or subtle rejection lately that left a sting, what I'm getting is, first of all, there is an affirmation for you to keep in mind, and it is quite simple but very powerful. It is, I only want what wants me. And it sounds simple, but what I really mean by this is much deeper. It means that you only desire the things, the people, the environments, the friendships, the romantic relationships, the opportunities that are truly connected with you at the highest level, that are for your highest good, that truly desire you back when you are in your power, when you are lit up, when you are fully self-loving. And if something or someone cannot, for whatever reason, or does not want to connect with you in that energy of confidence, of happiness, of self-love, of being fully connected to yourself, then that is not a person, thing, or opportunity that actually is aligned with your highest good. Because the things and the people aligned with your highest good will want you when you're in that energy. And I don't know who needed to hear that, but I feel like that was a really direct message for someone, especially if you experienced some kind of rejection lately. And I'm also hearing that actually, if you were rejected by someone or something recently, I'm getting the word intimidated very strongly. So I'm hearing that there's a lot more to this rejection than appears on the surface layer, because the true reason that you were rejected by this person or by this thing or this environment, that you felt like an outcast or thrown out, I'm hearing wasn't because you didn't have enough to offer it. It was actually because something about your energy, your essence was very intimidating to this person or to this system. And I'm hearing it's because the word revealing is coming out. Like your energy is illuminating, your energy is revealing. And I feel that for this person or this group or whatever it is, it did not want to be revealed. It did not want to be illuminated. And I'm hearing even in just its brief interactions with you, if you did like meet this person or interact briefly with this, whatever this is, it could be an environment that you were entering into briefly. But I'm hearing even in that brief time, your energy was felt in such a strong way, in a very intimidating way, but not intimidating in the negative sense, in the sense that you hold this power, especially this power to illuminate the people, the things, the systems around you. And I feel that that is what was repelling to this person or thing. They did not want to see themselves clearly, is what I'm picking up on here. I'm hearing it's not about what you couldn't offer. It's what you were offering. It's about the power of what you were offering, this power that you have to illuminate. That's what's coming through so strongly. So again, I feel like this was a bit of a side message. I don't really know who that was for, but I hope that it reached you and connected with you. If so, okay, so let me go ahead and start shuffling here. And I'm just going to start open-ended. And I just want to know, well, let's talk about that feeling of exhaustion. For those of you that were feeling tired or unusually tired, I'm hearing recalibration. This has been a recalibration time for you. Whoa, okay, a card really wanted to fly out. Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse position. We also have the Three of Wands. And I feel like there's a third card here. I actually feel like there is an expansion happening for you spiritually through this period of time where you may actually be feeling unusually tired. Why are you feeling tired? The Ace of Swords. Yeah, because there's a breakthrough on the horizon. I'm hearing this isn't a breakdown, it's a breakthrough. This is actually the beginning of a massive breakthrough and a huge new opportunity. But I'm hearing that it comes disguised as a feeling of exhaustion. And I'm trying to channel into why this is. We have the Page of Pentacles reversed, but I'm not entirely sure yet whether this is someone else's energy or some aspect of you internally. I'm feeling some level of frustration here. Can I get any information on this Page of Pentacles reversed? Oh, deceit in the reverse position and adjacent possibilities upright. A truth is being revealed to you internally that is opening some kind of new door. I'm hearing the door that you've been waiting for, the door that you've been wanting to open. And I'm actually hearing that if the doors were opening right now, that your ego wants to be opening right here and now in this moment to make it feel as though it's making in the moment progress. I know this sounds kind of complicated, but hear me out. We're going to go deeper into this. If the doors were opening that your ego wanted to be opening right now to make it seem as though you're making linear, measurable progress, then you would not be in the perfect position to open the right door or to have the right door open in front of you. It would cause you to be in the wrong place, energetically speaking, so that you wouldn't notice the right door opening. So you're being kept in this kind of holding pattern emotionally where you may be feeling like you just can't move forward with something. You may be feeling like you just are exhausted or needing to sleep a lot more or just needing to rest or be alone with yourself. But what I'm getting is you're actually in the perfect position to see the right door open. And it's very important that you listen to those internal intuitive signals and do not fight those signals. Trust yourself. Trust the blueprint that is literally carried within your cells, that is carried within your soul's essence, that is speaking to you and guiding you through your own intuition. And your body and emotions have their own sense of intuition. So when you feel exhausted or frustrated or tired, that is your signal to rest and recalibrate and allow yourself to just surrender into where you are, even if it doesn't fully make sense, because you may be in the perfect position for that right door to open. But I'm also hearing that there is a truth that needs to be revealed here that can only be revealed where you are now. It's almost like if you were too distracted opening all of these new doors just for the sake of feeling like you're making progress, you also wouldn't fully be able to see whatever truth I'm hearing needs to be witnessed. That word witnessed is coming through really strongly for some reason. So, let's get some more information on this because I'm really curious about what truth is coming out here that needs to be witnessed. I feel like this has something to do with your breakthrough, the Devil card in the reverse position. I'm hearing without distractions, it becomes clear what's been weighing you down. I don't know who that's for, but I feel that for some of you, maybe the ego was getting some kind of a hit in the past out of certain distractions that now have been taken away, at least temporarily. So in the past, you may have been able to kind of keep yourself more in motion or to keep your mind busier in a way, to keep yourself distracted in a sense. But what I'm getting is now those distractions have been eliminated or removed from your life. And this could apply to any area of your life. Maybe those distractions are just things that no longer interest you anymore, or connections you no longer feel a desire to invest time and energy into. Maybe it's social things that you just don't really have an interest in right now. But what I'm hearing is, I'm actually hearing that in some phases of your life, these very same things actually may not be distractions. They may be catalysts. They may allow you to blossom and grow and open up in different ways. They may serve your evolution at certain times, and maybe they served your soul's evolution in the past, but right now they are distractions in this current phase of your evolution only because you are meant to be held in this perfect position to have the right door opening up in front of you and also to see some truth that needs to be revealed to you. I hope this is making sense. I know that a lot of the messages coming through here right now seem to be very nuanced. So I feel like for whoever this is meant for, this is going to apply in a very unique and personal way. But I am getting with that devil card reverse that there is this sense of the truth being revealed about certain things, people, or energies in your life that had been trying to control you or siphoning your energy in some way. And in the absence of these so-called distractions, you're becoming more sensitive to your own energy. So you're actually becoming more aware of the people, the things, the activities, maybe the foods or whatever that have been, I'm hearing, hindering your vibration or holding you back or weighing you down in some way that you've been tolerating for a while. So you may be feeling hypersensitive right now to things that felt tolerable for you for a while. But the reason that you're more sensitive to these things is because the truth of how they're affecting you is coming to the surface. It's actually a gift that you're becoming more sensitive because it's allowing you to clear and raise your vibration to a different degree to prepare you to be ready to open that right door that we've been referencing here. I'm hearing dopamine hit. I feel like whatever these things were that may have been draining your energy, they may have provided some kind of like superficial in the moment hit of like validation or adrenaline or dopamine or like a momentary happiness, but something about it felt very hollow. And that hollowness was because while it provided some kind of temporary hit of like adrenaline or interest or happiness momentarily, it would wear on you and weigh on you over the course of time. It was actually, I'm hearing somehow like veering you off of your true purpose, maybe taking away some of that energy or that focus that you could be more purely investing into your creations, your purpose, yourself, your peace in some kind of way. I'm also hearing some of these things quite simply may have been disrupting your peace. And you're learning at this phase that your peace is your most valuable asset because so much of your continued evolution right now depends on you establishing and maintaining a sense of peace within yourself. And I'm also hearing that word clarity again, like clarity is in a clear connection between yourself and your intuition, because that is literally creating the space in your nervous system that is allowing you to sustain the powerful, beautiful things, manifestations, successes that are wanting to and are making their way into your life. I'm hearing your only job right now is to prepare the space for them, meaning to hold that state of peace and stability and confidence within yourself so that you are prepared to receive the full-blown manifestation of all of these things that are making their way into your life. That's what I'm picking up on really strongly here. And I feel the thing is that the ego mind here still wants to step in and say, no, you have to struggle. You have to force your way to these goals or push your way to these desires. But I feel like what the soul is whispering is that you've already set them into motion. You hold the blueprint for these desires within your very cells, within your very soul's essence, and you can trust that the path is being revealed to you one step at a time, but your only real job here right now is to create and hold the space energetically to be able to receive those manifestations that you already set in motion a while ago. Because I'm getting many of these things are things that you dreamt of or envisioned or set into motion a long time ago through the power of your intention. And they've been almost like creating or structuring themselves behind the scenes. I'm hearing, but now it's time to relax and flow, to stay in your own flow, and in doing so, to allow these things to flow into your life. I keep hearing something about your ability to sustain them, that you sustaining that sense of peace within yourself allows you to sustain the fulfillment and unfolding of these manifestations as they come into your life, as they materialize. And I have to say, I keep picking up so strongly that this is the age of materialization for you. This is the age, in other words, where those desires that you set in motion a long time ago are powerfully materializing into the fabric of your physical reality. And I'm hearing to trust that, to trust this new phase that is so different from the phases that came before, because I feel you've come out of this era where you were heavily envisioning in the past or creating these visions in your mind and maybe putting a lot of work or effort into them or struggling for them in some kind of sense. But I feel like that era of struggle is over and you're entering this season of peace and fulfillment. And again, this age of materialization where those desires are beginning to come into physical form. But it's required of you to relax and trust the process. That's what I keep picking up on here. So I'm going to reshuffle the cards, and I just want to know what else wants to come through. I wanted to say who else. So maybe there is someone connected to your energy right now. Is there anyone specifically connected to you that wants to come through? The Knight of Cups. I'm laughing because this card kind of snuck its way through earlier, but I didn't feel ready to get into this whole thread of energy because we were talking so much about this beautiful process of your own evolution and all of the amazing ways that you are growing and expanding and evolving in your own life. But now I'm clearly picking up on someone connected to you who is, I'm hearing they've had their eye on you romantically, or there's a very, very strong romantic connection here that is based in the heart chakra. There could be Libra or Scorpio energy here. I'm hearing when you follow your heart, you cross paths with this person. So, and I'm also hearing you continue to align with them as you keep following your heart. So this is really interesting because I'm seeing that this pathway of you staying in your own heart chakra energy, you following your own heart, you staying open-hearted, that naturally seems to connect you with this person. It seems to cross your paths. It also seems to keep your paths in parallel in some sense. Whereas it seems like whenever you disconnect from your heart a little bit, although of course you can't ever disconnect from your heart entirely, and you are someone who, even in those moments of slight disconnectedness, are still very, very connected to your heart space. But in those moments of slight disconnectedness, I feel like it creates an out of syncness, for lack of better wording, with this particular person. Because I'm hearing your heart paths are connected. Like when you are living from your heart and they are living from their heart, the universe naturally connects your pathways. But when one of the other of you is more disconnected from their heart, it seems like the two of you are out of sync. And it may be really confusing to your human selves. Like, why are we just having trouble communicating? Or why is there a conflict here? Or why am I not running into this person or seeing them or meeting them or whatever the case is? Of course, I know that the nature and the depth of this connection physically is going to vary from person to person. But regardless of what the nature of your physical relationship is with them, or regardless of whether you've even met them, for some of you, this may be someone you've been sensing psychically or spiritually that you've actually not crossed paths with physically yet. Because of course, you are someone who is so intuitively guided that you sense connections that are going to be spiritually significant for you before they enter your life. And I feel that may have been the case or is the case with this person. But I do feel that I'm hearing this as someone who wants to offer you their heart as well. I'm hearing laughter. Maybe you and this person have a shared sense of humor, or laughter connects you somehow. We also have the Ace of Swords in the upright position. This is someone, an energy of a person who is extremely clear about what they want, and it's you. This is someone who has no doubt in their mind about you. I'm hearing like the moment they really connect with your energy, they know that you are the one, or they know that they want to move forward with you and no one else. This is someone who is very, very clear about you. And I'm getting that if you haven't yet met this person, you've been sensing, maybe in the back of your mind, maybe through dreams or meditations, that this person exists for you. And that's you actually connecting with their energy in spirit, the energy of this person who is so clear about you, who wants to take action with you from their heart. And with Temperance in the reverse position, I am getting that this is someone who will want to move forward very quickly with you. I'm hearing they don't want to waste any time. That's what I'm getting here so strongly. With the Ten of Wands reverse, this is also a person who wants to take the burden off of your shoulders. They want to, I'm hearing, take action for you. They want to work for you in the sense that they want to take some of the work out of the equation for you. They want you to live a more effortless existence. They want to unburden you in whatever way they can. And that's another mark of how you are going to recognize this energy. Or for some of you, if this person is already in your life, that is how you may be recognizing them. I feel that I'm speaking to, and again, this specific thread of energy won't be for everyone. If it's for you, this is someone you've already met or someone you've been psychically sensing in a very strong way. But what I'm getting is that you are someone who's been hyper independent, who is very accustomed to carrying a lot on your own shoulders. And you may be a person who doesn't necessarily like to ask for help, or is someone who tends to be very mothering or nurturing or supportive of the people around you, which is a beautiful quality. But I'm hearing that the universe is sending you someone to give you back some of that love and generosity and support that you so heavily have outpoured to others. I'm hearing it's time for the supporter to be supported. And the thing about this person is, I feel that in other relationships or situations, you always felt like you had to either do things yourself or really ask to be supported. I'm hearing almost like begging though, like you almost had to beg to be supported in the ways that you wanted to be. But with this person, it's quite the opposite. I'm hearing that they don't like to see you struggle. They love to see you unburdened. And so they take action for you. They unburden you in whatever ways they can without you even really needing to ask them. I'm hearing they do the things you need before you even have to ask for them. And you definitely don't have to beg for those things. That's what I'm getting so strongly. And I'm actually getting that if you are a divine feminine, which I know many of you are, but if you're a divine feminine specifically, this is a masculine who is so in their divine masculine energy that they put you in your soft feminine energy. It's like they hold the frame, they hold the polarity, so to speak. What I mean by that is I feel like, okay, I know this is going to get very specific, but I feel for a divine feminine, you've been in your soft feminine era. So you've been learning how to love and embrace yourself completely and how to be in your feminine flow. But you hadn't yet until now connected with a masculine who was so in his masculine that I'm getting so many chills talking about this, but so in his masculine that when the two of you would connect, you could stay in that receptive feminine flow state while being connected to a masculine. I feel like this has been a struggle for a divine feminine listening. And again, this feels so specific. This might just be for one or two people, but I feel that if this is for you, you were so accustomed to needing to be alone in order to be in that flow state, in order to be that soft, receptive kind of feminine energy, because anytime you would connect too long with a wounded masculine or a lower vibrational masculine, they would start to pull on your energy and drain you in such a way that you would begin to feel worn down or you would begin to feel burdened. And it wasn't so much a physical thing as an energy thing. It was something that you were sensing. You were sensing them pulling on your energy, even if they weren't doing it intentionally. So you may have learned to kind of just be on your own or to distance yourself in a way, or to just spend a lot of time alone in that feminine flow state because of this. But what this masculine that's coming in here is in your life, or is going to be entering your life to teach you, is that it's possible for you to both be in your receptive, soft, feminine flow state while at the same time staying in close connection with a masculine who is heavily in their healed, awakened masculine energy. And that in fact, not only is it possible to stay in connection while being in the flow state, but it's also a way to further enhance your connection to your own feminine energy. You are going to be learning or are learning through this connection that when you are connecting with a healed masculine, someone who mirrors your strength and your healing and your love and your generosity, you are going to learn that when you are with someone who mirrors you in that way, you can actually focus even more energy into yourself, into your creations, into the things that you love. You can feel even more free and flexible and flowing and open because they are going to want to take more of the burden off of your shoulders. And it's actually allowing you to continue evolving and progressing forward in positive ways without compromising that sense of surrender and that sense of peace and softness that you've spent so long learning to cultivate and hold within yourself. And that's been such a beautiful journey that I know you haven't wanted to compromise for any form of friendship or connection. And not only do you not have to compromise it, but that part of your soul telling you not to compromise it is your intuition speaking to you loud and clear, telling you that there are connections and not just romantic connections. I know we've been talking romantically, but this can go for masculine friends or opportunities you're attracting into your life. This also can even speak to friendships, even in some cases with other feminines. We could be talking about community friendships, people who actually enhance and support you and heal your light aspects back to you along your journey in ways that are very deeply mutually beneficial. And I feel that attracting in or allowing yourself to attract in and enjoy those kinds of forms of new community, by the way, that I feel you have never really experienced in this way before. This is what this new era of your life is all about. Being exclusive to those kinds of connections, allowing yourself to be very selective about who you allow close into your life, but also allowing the people close who are able to support you and who do desire to enhance your life in these ways. So I really hope this reading has been helpful. I know we've channeled into a lot of different specifics here, so of course, only take what resonates. If this does connect, I will be heading over to the extended version of this reading, where we will be diving deeper into the messages, seeing what else wants to come up. So if you are interested in joining me in the extended, you can listen from YouTube memberships or Patreon, just depending on your preference. And the link to listen is in the pinned comment and description box underneath this video. Otherwise, I am sending you all huge amounts of love. Have an amazing day, and I will connect with you here again in Friday's reading.